Hello everybody, Chris Wood here, October 8th, 2022, doing a quick update here to let everybody see what has been taking place with me. There's been more changes to my face. So, serious changes to my skull. That spot on the back of my head is where I get burning from every single morning. I wake up, and as soon as I do, I have something coming up actually from my bowels. It goes up through my kidney, goes up through my right lung, and up to the back of my neck, and I have something, a tube or something in my chin, all along in here, and it comes up underneath my tongue. I have something come up there and it feels like a tube actually. I also have something in the roof of my mouth, which actually, and then I know it sounds weird. It goes to the back spot of my head, and it actually, and then it feels like there's something actually liquid, thick liquid going through my head, and it spreads around here. And that's when I start getting the burning, and that's when I start getting broadcasted through. I will start getting numbed severely. My brain has been split. It's from remote neuromonitoring. My brain has been split. My skull has been split. I have been seriously mutilated. I am medically blacklisted and prevented from going to any hospital and getting help, because if I do, all I'll get is I seen your file, I seen your file, I seen your falsified file, compliments of a serial killing doctor who assures crimes and signed my death certificate for her girlfriend Stacy's revenge, and O.P.P. Ontario Provincial Police, Spencer Mills 14716, Staff Sergeants, ex-Chief, Shannon Cork, Robert Kane, Robert Lucas, Stacy, the mental health worker, and Shelley Huffner, Dr. Tatiana V again, aka Margie V, the one that medical file falsifier, medical blacklist for Dr. Joy Hadley, Dr. McGregor, Dr. Waldron, Dr. Barton, Dr. Pritchard, Triage Nurse Terry, Triage Nurse Tanya, and Triage Nurse David, and Paladin Security Guard, a guy roughly 24, 25 years old and approximately 400 to 500 pounds. I am the victim of revenge, retaliation, framing, identity theft through remote neuromonitoring, through inmate, sex offender, wanted, Hells Angels, rat informant, and bandito William Bill Wooldridge, 149 Center Street North. He is also the boss and co-offender, child sex offender, child stalker for the ex-chief. He is a sex slavery trafficker, pedophiles or children to pedophiles, adults to sex offenders. So I have been going through this identity theft for 3 years, and I am getting lived through by a bunch of different fucking people who are using this on me and broadcasting through me 24/7, even when I sleep. This is how I am being mentally damaged. This is how I am being physically changed. The whole right side of my body has been completely destroyed, and I go through this on a daily basis. And there is nothing that I can do about it because it is for O.P.P revenge for me speaking of their crimes since 2018, 2019. I was at my previous address and I was actually shot by the ex-chief and somebody in a black Jeep by something, and it went into my right ear, and ever since then that's when the problem started. The lies, the time buying, the cover-ups, the arrest refusals except for on me, the stalkings, the kidnappings that's been done, arrest refusals, being surrounded, hands on guns, having accusations made on me by the Justice of the Peace to prevent arrest, to obstruct, doctors laughing in my face over being sodomized because it was done by the police and by their boss, Billy Wooldridge, and then tried to have me committed for it, and I have it all in writing. So, and then they turned around, and because of me phoning patient relations and other people at the hospital and letting them know what was taking place with the doctors, the criminally, and that they needed to be arrested and charged, they took it upon themselves with O.P.P to do it to me, to reflect, to give me a record so they could get my prints, my signature, and everything else for forgeries, framings, frauds, and for my identity theft I've been talking about that is done. I absolutely feel nothing left of my own consciousness. I get numbed down to be dumbed down on a daily basis and being deformed. I'm getting nothing but electricity going through me. I get air pumping through me constantly, which is numbing me down. I no longer have any feeling or stimulation at all on the right side of my head or my face. So all damage is done. Congratulations to O.P.P for your revenge. Not only are you getting away with this identity theft on me through your inmate boss Billy Wooldridge and Blair Hardy, who you are hiding, harboring, and paying well, plus Jabin Allstein and Tyler Lake, Ray Sam, and the rest of your meth-fed, drug-fed, co-offending drug traffickers, human traffickers, sex offenders of NAPANEE. You speak police crimes, and this is what happens to you. You will go through identity theft. You will have your parents murdered. You will have your children sold and murdered. And you will be killed as well. This is how the police frame. This is how they traffic. And this is how they kill. 3 years of going through this while everybody is conveniently unarrestable. And right now, the back of my head is swelling again. So beware, everybody. This is what happens when you speak up in NAPANEE and try to save lives against the police. They use remote neuromonitoring. They use Clearview AI. They stalk. They kidnap. They use inmates, wanted inmates that they can. This is about framing me as well as him because I have his prisoner tracking on me, plus the remote neuromonitoring on me. So, and conveniently, they will not touch him or arrest him. So, and he lives at 149 Center Street North. O.P.P is Banditos and Hells Angels. And so are the doctors and Paladin Securities. You are all guilty of murder. You're guilty of attempted murder, financial thefts and frauds. You're guilty of murdering an entire bloodline, O.P.P. I hope that makes you happy. This Thanksgiving, you need to sit down and be thankful for the homicides and the lives that you've destroyed successfully here at NAPANEE. Same with the doctors here. You murdered a bloodline because Chris is pretty much dead, knowing I cannot go to a hospital. I would go there, tell them that I'm going through identity theft and my head is swelled up, and they would laugh at me or do nothing or make me wait, thinking that I'm there on drugs waiting to dry out because of the lies against me stating I have a long criminal record and history. None of it is true. Lies against me about drugs, none of it is true. Lies against me being suicidal, self-harmer, none of it is true. And none of the bastards have to answer for it. I am being numbed down to be dumbed down. I'm being lobotomized while these bastards are getting away with it. And conveniently, there is fuck all I can do about it. So, my death has been assured, just like you murdered my mother. You're murdering, you murdered. I am the end of my bloodline, O.P.P. So, Spencer Mills, Staff Sergeants, the doctors here, you are guilty of aiding a sex offending fucking serial killing inmate who is delusional in a fucking permanent mess psychosis. This is the doctors and cops in NAPANEE. You think you know. This is how they traffic. This is how they frame. This is how they kill. Putting prisoner tracking onto people, stalking, getting them medically blacklisted to assure the crimes against their victims. You are nothing but murderers. You became cops to kill in NAPANEE. And you're using your inmates, your psychiatric patients, your boyfriends, your co-offenders, your drug traffickers. You make your money through drugs, through selling children, financial thefts and frauds, insurance thefts and frauds, and you have to answer for nothing. Be safe, everybody. Remember, this is what happens to people who speak up of police crimes and try to save lives. You go through identity theft, you get lobotomized, seriously injured, deformed, tortured. You get medically blacklisted to assure their crimes against you, especially if you're poor, you're fucked. In NAPANEE, Chris Wood, love all, hate none. Be safe, watch yourselves, watch your children. Hit that like, share, subscribe. This is very serious.